God. Tornado.
Whoa. Is this coming? Oh, it's here. It's here. Look at all that debris. Oh my God. We are in a tornado.
Wow. Yeah, you've seen this video on Fox Weather. A routine stop for gas in Rolla, Missouri quickly turned dangerous. A heart-stopping encounter with Mother Nature. You're seeing the moments when Oklahoma residents Tad Peters and his father Richard found themselves directly in the path of a tornado. The two had stopped to fuel up. That was Friday night on their way to Indiana for a weightlifting competition. But when they heard tornado sirens blaring and they saw other motorists scrambling for safety, they quickly realized there was a twister approaching. And right now, Tad Peters is with us to share his firsthand account of that terrifying experience. Tad, thanks for being here. We're so glad that you're all right, both you and your dad. We've been showing the video here on Fox Weather. It's obviously insane. What was going through your mind when you realized exactly what was happening there?
Well, first of all, Ian, thanks for having me. It's always so surreal to see this video played on all these different news channels when it was just a little video that I was just recording for a few friends of mine. And just to see it blow up like it has, it's still really surreal to me. But it just happened in literal minutes. Like as you said, we were heading up to Indiana to do a NASA powerlifting competition because that's what we do every weekend. We travel all across the U.S. and put on weightlifting competitions. And we just happened to be there in Rolla. We were 6 hours from home and we were heading 6 hours down the road to our destination. That was our stop. And we just happened to be there right when it happened. And it happened literally in minutes. We were parked there at the Quick Trip. We saw other people getting off the interstate and parking there next to us. You can see when the camera pans and you see the infamous, that has kind of turned into a little bit of a meme, the window rolling up. You can see there's cars there next to us. They were all just trying to seek shelter and not get caught out in the middle of I-44 in the middle of this thing. And that's what we did. We're like, we probably shouldn't be driving anymore. It's looking bad. We're already here. Let's just stay here and let's see what happens. We had no idea what was going to happen next. And we were just parked there and I was texting my friends and I already had my camera in my hand. I said, well, let's see what happens. I just started rolling and what happened happened.
Yeah, yikes. It did make sense to put the window up. I know what you're talking about, though. Did you hear these tornado sirens right away when you stepped out of the vehicle? Did you guys know that you were in a tornado warning, or was this a bit of a surprise?
Well, when we first got there, I mean, it looked really bad, and we knew that the weather pattern was following I-44, the same direction that we were going, our destination north of Indianapolis. So we were like, okay, well, we're going to be into some stuff, but we had no idea there was going to be an actual tornado, much less land or come right past where we were at there in Rolla. And so when we first originally parked there, there were no tornado sirens or anything, but it looked really bad. But then once we were there, things started getting a little crazy like that, and then we heard the tornado sirens and we were like, okay, well, we're definitely not moving now. And then that's when we saw the traffic come off the interstate and pull up there next to us, and there you see in the Loves in the background there, people were just huddling in there and did not want to get caught in the middle of that thing out on the interstate.
Yeah, sheesh. It was kind of a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. It got crazy. I know a lot of people were watching this were like, this is a terrifying situation. Was there ever a point, it seemed like you were a pretty cool customer, was there ever a point where you were worried about surviving something like this? What kind of shape was the gas station in afterwards?
I've gotten that comment a lot about how cool as a cucumber me and my father were, who was in the passenger seat. And I just referred to the fact that we've lived in Oklahoma our entire lives. We went through May '99, and you know the tornado records that thing set. And so every springtime in Oklahoma, it's like, here we go again. So we kind of just remained our cool. It's the first thing my dad taught me was don't panic, don't have a panic attack or anything. Just stay cool. And we're here. What can you do? It's not like you can exit the vehicle and go somewhere. It's not like you can go driving anywhere. So we were already there, and we just made the best of the situation. And the Quick Trip had the power shut off, and there were people huddled inside, employees of the store and the other passengers in their cars along the other lanes there. And we didn't see or hear about any injuries, thankfully, and nobody got hurt or anything as far as I know. My dad went in and talked to the employees and the people inside, and no one was hurt, thankfully. Good. And I also want to point out, we were just people on our way. We were 6 hours from home, and we had 6 hours to go. We're not residents of Rolla, but we're from Oklahoma, and we know what it's all about. But I just wanted to point out my heartfelt prayers and thoughts go to all the residents there in Rolla who weren't just on their way to somewhere else. You know, they lived there and they suffered catastrophic damage to their houses and property and everything. So anyone that has reached out to me from there, I said, I'll use my sudden publicity here, exposure to kind of share and get them out there to try to help them out.
No
Because
question.
I just happened to be there in that moment, and my little video for a few friends just happened to blow up, and it's been really cool. It's been exciting, despite the scary situation that me and my dad were in. But I definitely want to express my heartfelt
Yeah, Tad,
thoughts to those people there.
That's well said, no question. And it's quite obvious both how you acted while you were taking the video and with a sentiment like that living, growing up in Oklahoma, you know all about what it's like, needing to be severe weather aware. So again, we're glad you and your dad are just fine. What a crazy video. And we appreciate you telling us more about it here on Fox Weather. That's Tad Peters. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to tell the story.
You too. You too. Good to talk to you.